So I wanted to do this quick vlog with you guys. I know I just woke up a couple minutes ago. Um, so there's all this confusion and complication this morning, but that's besides the point. So yesterday, we called my husband at 9:40, and because that's like usually within the time that he literally arrives to the other complex to start the business day. And so, long story short, basically what ended up happening was that when we called that last time, because I had called him twice, once before he got there, and then after the fact that he was like actually at work setting up and all that crap. But once he was there, it sounded like one of these homeless gentlemen, they were going to like very maliciously like attack him. So, I knew in advance that, I had weapons and that I was more in the position to defend those people, from any kind of, I guess, typical threat, if you may. And so, I'm an activist myself. I carry my weapons every day and everywhere I go. You can ask my kids. My kids will literally tell you I go everywhere armed. But this is not about me. So, we heard that this guy was being confrontational. At that point, he had brought up something about stabbing him. And so that's when I guess my anger kind of kicked in because my husband is a decent guy. He's really calm until he's like a bear or a lion, I guess. He's nice until you fuck with him on a whole other level. And then that's when shit changes and could potentially even go wrong for you. And so, my maternal instincts kicked in. Obviously, I'm gonna be a mom of 5 kids now. And so my instinct was jog all the way to work, make sure he has the taser gun, and make sure he's okay. Cause I knew I had more weapons in my purse anyway, so I didn't feel like I really needed them because I had already had plenty of stuff to utilize if somebody crazy were to approach us. And actually, can you go get them out so I can show them? I'm gonna show you guys. And the stun gun that I have is actually a police grade. So if I were to shock you, it's not like those basic tasers that you just and then it kind of slightly hurts. Oh no, this one is like 10 times worse. Because it is a considered a police grade taser gun. And so, um, long story short, we practically jogged there the majority of the way due to the fact that we honestly thought that he was in trouble. And so by the time we got there, it was, where's the taser gun? It was like around 12. So I knew that he would be there because they usually go do drop offs like around 11 or something like that. And so I knew that he would be there. And so I know they're pokey, huh? So basically we got there to give him the stuff and he was like, "Oh my god, please don't come. It's a mess over here." You see, but prior to all this, I didn't know that these people use the sidewalk as a bathroom. I kind of was like suspicious. I'm like, why are all these people huddled up if they're homeless? Like, I honestly thought that, they wouldn't be huddled up into like a mass of people because they're homeless. But they use, I guess, a portion of that sidewalk to use the bathroom. And so it's very, very risky to go over there to start with. These people are very sick. So I just kind of, I just decided that it would be a better idea to to meet him somewhere as opposed to going directly there. And so, long story short, I ended up meeting him at a nearby place. um, which I think I was concerned because of what was going on. But when I asked him, he was escorted by a security guard, and they immediately stopped services during that time frame. So probably from 9 to 10, they stopped working as a result of this guy being crazy. And he. Oh, that's my chapstick.
I found it.
Thank you. That's okay. Just it's yucky. But I had the weapons on me just to show you guys. That's how you know that it's on. You see, it's not a joke. So basically, if I were to mess you up with this, you will definitely go down for it. It is very excruciating. But one of the things that we learned working in my mom and me used to work for the LVMPD back several years ago. And, she retired. So when my mom retired, I'm just like, whatever. I didn't feel a need to stay there. But I do carry a lot of the mentality of these officers. And here's what I will tell you guys. Not every single police officer is a bad officer. Yes, there are very many who abuse their powers. Hold on. There are some officers who are corrupt, who do undertable deals, who overuse their abilities and things like that. And those are the guys that typically end up arrested or being on trial, etc. Thank you. My sweetie pie, you are just so the best. Get it, Boats. Get it.
I got about this Josh.
Don't put that on me. Ezekiel, he's about to drop it. Get him a plate. Get him a plate. And so, no, don't, it's dirty. And so, long story short, when she stopped, I basically stopped. But I do still carry a lot of the mentality. I do still believe in the Second Amendment. And basically, when we're dealing with the training, say thank you, big brother. So basically, one of the things that we learned going through that training is you never are supposed to utilize. Did I get food in my hair? That's gross. Sorry about that, guys. One of the things that we are taught there is you don't use deadly force unless necessary. Unless you are caught up or in a situation where your life is at risk, somebody else's life is at risk, then by all means, you have due process, probable cause. You got all those legal things backing you up to take serious use of force. And so to me, yesterday it sounded like it was one of those due processes or probable causes to definitely use deadly force. And it definitely was my intention to go and shock him. I know. But one thing I'm not going to allow any fucking buddy, I don't give a shit if you are Hispanic, Caucasian, Asian, European, anywhere, Armenian, I don't care what country you come from, how tall you are, how skinny or fat you are. If you incorrectly approach my husband, myself, or any of our children, I will utilize the amount of force that is necessary to take the target down. Okay? Again, I'm an activist now. I've been doing my activism for over 35 years. My mom retired what feels like a lifetime ago from the PD. So I do carry definitely a lot of these morals from the PD. But I'm a force to be reckoned with. So I'm going to let you guys know right fucking now. If you mildly approach my husband while he's at work, or if he's out in the community and you try to be salty with him or whatever, or you try to be acting bitter or be racist, or you try to hurt him physically, you're not going to deal with him, honey. I hate to motherfucking break it to you. You ain't going to deal with him. It's me that you're going to deal with. And when I tell you I am highly trained, it's because I am. It's okay. I've been trained. I've been trained through SWAT. I've been trained to tackle somebody if I need to. I've been trained to utilize a gun. I've been trained to use not just a regular gun, a 9mm gun, also a taser gun. Obviously, if I have one on my own, clearly. And I'm not gonna do the bullshit. All right, so it's as simple and as stupid and as basic as that. I'm going to say this louder for the dumb, bummy-ish people in the back. If you badly approach my husband while he is at work or in the community helping these people out, and if I happen to hear you while I am on the phone, which I 9 times out of 10 will be, because I do call and I check up on him. Because that's just the wife that I am. I will literally call and I will check up on him. It's not about him being a man or his age. It is about being a loving, caring wife. It is not babying a man to check up on him. It doesn't make him less of a man by taking care of him. It means that you care so much about that person that you're really, truly willing to risk your own well-being to ensure that person's safety. So I'm going to say it again for the morons in the back who think they're tough when the reality is that they're not. I have years of experience behind my belt. Like I showed you a moment ago, and I'll show you again. You hear that? It's really aggressive and extremely painful. So I will use deadly force on you if you incorrectly approach my husband. If I happen to be on the phone and I catch you, you better leave before I get there. You better fucking leave before I get there. And it ain't no threat. This is a fact. Like I said, my mom and I are retired now. But I absolutely will use deadly force if you give me the reason to. I am massive on the Second Amendment and the Castle Doctrine in the state of Nevada. And guess what? The Castle Doctrine is not just known in Nevada, it's nationally. That's why we got the Second Amendment laws. All right? And I heavily followed the Castle Doctrine and the Second Amendment, which basically states if you incorrectly approach somebody out on the street, whether it be my husband, my children, or any other family member or loved one, period, or if you simply try to rob me in my car, or if you try to break into my home, I can legally murder you. I can get arrested and be released within 24 hours, so long as the DA is able to prove it was in a line of self-defense. Okay? So when I say I am warning you, it is because I am. I am experienced. I know what I am doing. And as of this weekend, most likely I will end up having a gun. Okay? Most likely I will end up going out into the mountains and repracticing. And then I'll be getting in contact with the PD and seeing if I can utilize their gun school. to get recertified. Okay? But I'm going to tell you right fucking now. If I catch you incorrectly approaching my husband, that you threatened him within an inch of his life, you better fucking run. Because more than likely, it doesn't matter if I'm walking or if I'm in a car. I will reach you. And if he tells me what you have on, you are going to be in deep fucking shit. Because not only am I an activist, I'm a wife and a mom. And more importantly, I am a protector. I am a defender. I am a warrior. Okay? Don't give me room to go shoot you. Don't give me no room to go taser gun your ass down. Okay? Let me show you some of the other shit that I got. This little thing right here can stab a person pretty seriously. Not only can it stab somebody, but it can break a car window. This right here is worse than pepper spray. It's pepper gel. Okay? It has the ability to sting your eye. So if I call the police department and I say, oh, this is the description of the person who was trying to, mess up, they're going to know it's you. Because it stains your eye. And that pain that you're going to be feeling, it lasts for about 2 to 3 days if you don't correctly get it out. And this is so I can get the attention to you. So don't try me. All you gotta do is don't try me. I said it once and I'll say it again. I am armed and I am not afraid to fucking use it. People constantly doubt me because I am 5'2". I weigh about 170 pounds approximately right now. Make no mistake. I got my cute, furry, sweet, friendly side. But I got my crazy side too, just like these other people do. All right? And I'm going to say it again. If you come at my husband threatening him within an inch of his life, you better pray. For your sake, I don't know what you got on. You better pray that you're gone before I reach you. Because I guarantee you, with my taser gun and these things, that alone is enough to take your ass out. So don't come running at my husband with some sick intentions. Because the only thing that will happen will be that you give your life for it. Okay? Now, like I said before, I have the mentality like any good officer does. You don't do unless you're put in a situation to where you got to. And yesterday, I definitely counted that as a situation to where I could have done some serious fucking damage. So to the gentleman who was acting like that, you are beyond fucking lucky that you were gone when I reached to that place. Because had you not been, I would have taken your ass down. You see, and I'm not weak. I'm not puny like these guys that work with my husband. I have seen the most fucked up shit that anybody could ever see. I have been literally put in the most fucked up situations. Okay? So while I may not look physically like I'm tough, don't undermine me, okay? Because you're going to get the shock of your fucking life. And this video now counts as proof that I've warned you guys. I don't care if you're racist. You could be a neo-fascist, fucking redneck, a hillbilly, an angry fucking homeless person, just a basic ordinary ass person who's just out there conducting themselves. Hell, you could be a fucking humanoid, which almost half of you are anyway. And what I said still stands. Don't come at my husband or any of my children with that salty, bitter ass fucking malintention of yours. Because I promise you, if I have to fucking shoot you, I will do it. Now, I'm an activist. I do got connections. But there ain't nothing like having somebody who's experienced, knowing what the fuck they're doing, to come and keep you safe. And you know what? I don't care if it's while my husband's at his job. I don't give a shit. We could be at fucking Walmart or fucking Albertsons or Vons or whatever. Or another store. And if you walk up to him talking a heap of shit, acting like you ain't in your spot, you better fucking believe, if you give me a reason to, if I see you up in his face, if I see you try to push, intimidate, scare, or kidnap anybody from my family, you will give your life in the line. If you understand what I'm saying. Now, a lot of these officers are giving their lives in the line of duty, if you understand what the fuck that really means. But a lot of you don't, because you didn't grow up within a department anyway. See, I was fortunate when I was younger and a little bit more energetic, or whatever the fuck you want to say. I was fortunate enough to work with my mom at the LVMPD. And to this very day, I consider them to be family. Now, I will discern and disregard any corrupt police officer. So if you're abusing your powers, I will throw you to the curb. I have no respect for an officer who does police brutality, who abuses their power and takes it out of context. You, my friend, are the ones that I have no regard for and who should be in prison. But for all the officers who honestly are out there giving their life, who are justly doing what is right by the people and for the people, I thank you for that. Because it's officers like you that are making waves, who are not corrupt, who are not doing the under the table thing, who are out there honestly fighting for justice. I got out young because I thought I should take care of my mom. Know what I mean? But let me tell you something. Don't approach my husband with a bitter, salty ass fucking attitude while he's at work, or whether he be out on the street dropping people off, or if he's at a store, because I guarantee you, if you give me probable cause or a justifiable means to hurt you severely, I will take it in a heartbeat. And let me remind you, I'll fuck you up. And then, my friend, I also have these things. Don't fucking play with me. Just don't. Because like I said, not only am I an activist, I'm retired. Not necessarily retired, okay? I quit around the time that my mom got retired because I wanted to take care of my mom. Okay? But make no mistake, if you approach my husband with a bitter ass attitude, you try to leave him within an inch of his life, you'll be giving up yours. Period. Now, if I can get away with just taser gunning you and having you taken in, I'll definitely do that. But if I gotta completely end you, I'll also do that. Don't put me in a fucked off situation where I gotta use excessive force like that. Because I don't like being like that. That's kind of one of the reasons why I stopped. Because I don't like being like that. You know what I mean? And so, but listen to me. And listen to me closely. I was trained not to use any deadly force unless you are put in a situation to where you have to. And what happened yesterday? I counted that as one. To the gentleman who was acting like that. You were so lucky you were gone by the time I reached over there. Because shit would have gone really wrong for you if you hadn't been. And let this be a note for everybody that my husband works with. I mean, everybody. I could name off all your names. Literally. Not just for the people who work with him, but for the homeless people who they're out there serving. And any fucking buddy else who lives in Las Vegas. Put your attitude where it belongs. Because I guarantee you, if you threaten any of my children, or if you threaten my husband, I'll appear just like that. And I am armed. And I will use it if I absolutely have to. I will literally use lethal force if you do not present the situation to where I can get away without doing it. So basically what this means is you better keep your fucking behavior in check while you're around me, because if you slip up even once, if you give me any reason to question your behavior, any reason to question you as a person, if you try to act like you're going to threaten my family, I will use deadly force. Now, do I want to use deadly force? Hell no. Will I? Yes, absolutely. If you come and start threatening my children, myself, or my husband. And let me tell you something. I don't care if it's while he's at work. If it's coming from one of the coworkers, y'all better stay in your lane if you know what's good for you. See, because it's not him that you got to worry about. It was always me. And it's still and will forever be me. He's the nice one, the one that's calm. But trust and fucking believe. I got two sides to me. I got my nice professional side. And I got my fucking mean side as well. So if you come at my husband with a bitter, salty ass, bad attitude, or if you threaten him while he's at work, that y'all are around each other, or if I even catch that you're allowing these homeless people to do so, you guys are going to have a big problem. Because I know Nevada state laws. I know that I got the Second Amendment. I know I got the Castle Doctrine, which basically states that I can legally kill somebody if they are giving me due process, which is probable cause. If it is a situation that it is one life over another, I can definitely kill for that. I will get arrested. Within 24 hours after seeing the judge, I will be released. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to do any of that, but I will if it's necessary. Okay? So don't put me in a situation where I got to do extreme shit like that. See, and y'all are really lucky that I grew up in the police department, with my mom and a couple of our other friends. Because through them, I learned discipline. Through them, I learned to not use these type of things unless you're put in a situation that you need to. Okay? And as you can see, I'm an activist now. I've been one for what feels like a lifetime. This is why the system currently is targeting me. Because they know that I know. Okay? I've been doing my activism since I was probably about 16 years old. I've been doing it for a long fucking time. This group right here is my family, alright?
Hi.
So the last fucking thing you want to do is fuck with me. Because we got this mantra. Fuck with one, and you fuck with us all. We are like the wolf pack. And the very, very real wolf pack. So for all you fucking bitches over there that work with my husband, and all you men over there, this is your warning as well. Don't put me in a fucked up situation to where I gotta do something crazy. Because I absolutely will. I believe in the Second Amendment and the Castle Doctrine, which basically legally entitles me to defend my husband and my children and my home and my vehicle. Okay? And I absolutely will. So if I hear you trying to get up in his face, if I hear you threatening him, or if I see that you're allowing a homeless person to threaten him, you ain't going to deal with him. You're going to deal with me. And I know all of you by name. There's not a single one of you that I don't know. So don't trip and do what is right. I'll tell you right fucking now, you better help him when he needs it. More now than ever. Because if I gotta go back over there because you neglecting to help him when he needs that help, we're gonna have a problem. And a massive one. You're warned. And I will not give you a second warning. Here's what you do need to know. I've said it previously and I'll say it again. I know the Castle Doctrine. And I know the Second Amendment. I also am heavily trained by the police department. Thank God I got out when I was young. Because I had to take care of my mom. And like I said, I've been an activist since I was 16. Don't undermine me just because I'm small. Because I'm feisty and mean as fuck. Don't get it twisted and stay in your lane. You're warned.